So yesterday, while I'm sitting down having Thanksgiving dinner with my family, I'm watching the Cowboys game and halftime show was on. And I already saw that the UFC was going to make an announcement during the halftime show of the Cowboys game, so we knew what was going to happen. But this as the first Paramount card. Honestly, when he announced this as the first Paramount card, I yelled. I was at my girlfriend's house with my girlfriend's family. I'm the only person there that knows me. And I see Dana White announce Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim belt. And I literally yell, WTF. And I leave the apartment. So I could make some videos for you guys. I had to make a little TikTok. But this isn't as bad as I thought it was. Now, it took me a little bit to realize the good in what was being shown to us. Now, Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for an interim belt because Ilia Topuria is taking 3 months off. He said he's going to take the first quarter of 2026 off to deal with some personal problems. Allegedly, you know, I'm in some big boy MMA group chats. Allegedly, Ilia Topuria is going to have a disgusting custody battle in the coming months, and allegedly, Ilia Topuria did his wife like he did Volkanovski. That's what I'm hearing in these streets, okay? So that is why Ilia Topuria had to step down, and now we're getting Gaethje versus Pimblett. The biggest loser in this whole thing, and it honestly makes me laugh, is Arman Tsarukyan. Arman has to fight the loser of Justin Gaethje, Paddy Pimblett, while the winner of Justin Gaethje, Paddy Pimblett goes on to fight Ilia Topuria. Now, I don't like this because crybaby Justin Gaethje gets his way. Gaethje, for the past year and a half, has been saying, I am going to retire if my next fight is not for the belt. Now, this is for a belt. It's for a literal fake belt. The last time Justin Gaethje fought for a fake belt and won the fake belt, he threw it on the ground. He didn't even pretty sure it was DC. He didn't even let DC wrap the belt around him, right? So, this is exciting. Now, if we're looking at the Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett matchup as a whole, I hate to say it, but I'm going to go Paddy here. You know, we haven't seen Justin in a long time. He did do well against Fiziev. Fiziev is smaller, but Pimblett went out there and crushed Michael Chandler. Crushed him. I think he's going to do the same thing to Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje's old. Boy, that's an old fart roaming around, okay? Does he have a chin? Absolutely. His wrestling is out of the question, though. Yes, I know Justin Gaethje is a collegiate wrestler, American wrestler, blah, 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 blah. When have we seen him use that in a fight? When? Now, I'm not going to say Paddy Pimblett's clear road to victory is taking Justin Gaethje down and just beating him up, but that's a very viable option to go down. You know? How many people have we seen try to take down Justin besides Khabib? Right? So, I'm going to go Pimblett here. This is 5 rounds. I mean, my brain is telling me Justin Gaethje. But Justin Gaethje, by the way, is an underdog. He's almost plus 200. I don't know if I agree with that. I think this should be a pick'em. I'm going to be honest with you. But I think I'm going to go Paddy Pimblett here. This is the big name that Pimblett needs. Now, I do think Justin has a better chance at beating Ilia Topuria than Paddy Pimblett does. You know, Justin's been in some damn wars. He has a chin. But let's stop counting Paddy out. Let's give Paddy this chance. I am excited. I am excited to see this. Now, obviously, it's not what we wanted. I wanted Ilia versus Arman Tsarukyan. But this works, I guess. This, I'm going to be honest, this is not $7 billion worth of UFC. If I was Paramount, I would have called and canceled the deal. I'm like, yo, are you serious? Are you joking? The co-main event for UFC 324 is Kayla Harrison versus the returning Amanda Nunes. Now, these girls have beef. They've been talking about each other for a long time. Amanda Nunes has been interested in fighting Kayla Harrison ever since she made her way into the UFC. So, this is going to be a banger. But, I'm going Kayla. I'm going to go Kayla Harrison here. I mean, Kayla Harrison is literally a man. That is literally a 135-pound man. Alright? That dude has bigger shoulders than Paulo Costa. Nasty traps. Alright? Kayla Harrison is a beast. I think Kayla's going to run through Amanda Nunes' old ass coming off of how long of a layoff. Now, this is where this card gets peak. Now, we only have the main card. We do know some things that are going on the prelims, right? But none of them are really that spectacular. This is really where it goes on. This 3-fight span. O'Malley versus Song Yadong. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis. And Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva. Banger. Now, I do wish the Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong fight was 5 rounds. I do. But I'm absolutely going Song Yadong. Absolutely. My Chinese brethren is going to go up against Sean O'Malley, the American dyed-haired freak who is frail and malnutritioned. We're going to go Song. Song is big as hell. He's a little short. That dude is big. His kicks are snappy. You thought Cheeto almost ripped your leg off, Sean O'Malley? Wait until you see Song Yadong's Chinese ass spamming those leg kicks at you, all right? It's going to be over for you. It's going to be over for you. Look, last time we've seen Song Yadong, I posted it on the 10 fights that I'm thankful for in 2025. He had a weird one with Henry Cejudo. Now, was he beating Henry Cejudo? Absolutely. It wasn't even close, but it was a weird one. The damn Skippy was a weird one. Sean O'Malley is a rangy dude. Sniper. Song is going to have to find a way to cross that void, and don't let Sean O'Malley circle him for 15 minutes. And I think Song Yadong is going to be able to get that done. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest. Cheeto Vera gave Sean O'Malley problems by just W-keying and kicking him in the legs. Song Yadong is going to hold the W key down. He's going to walk forward. And he is going to kick you in your little tiny little ant legs. Song, please. I need Song Yadong versus Merab. I need that. If Song Yadong beats Sean O'Malley, that is the next fight for Merab. Okay, now if O'Malley beats Song, I see them just giving O'Malley Corey. I see them throwing O'Malley Corey Sandhagen and giving them the BMF. Giving them the, I don't know, they're going to make up a belt. They're going to make up a belt for Sean O'Malley to fight Corey Sandhagen if Corey wins this fight. I mean, if Sean wins this fight. But moving on, boys. Some heavyweight magic. Paramount Plus has brought in some heavyweight magic. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis. Now, look. Waldo said recently on the Ariel Helwani show he has nine children. That dude needs some chicken. I have 1 child. 1. And I'm spamming MMA YouTube videos, okay? Waldo has 9. 9. You guys are putting him up against Derek Lewis? You know, Waldo on Twitter said, I still want to fight in December. I don't care that I'm fighting Derek Lewis in January. Okay. All right, man. Look, I'm going to go Derek Lewis. Obviously, Waldo isn't that locked in, all right? Derek Lewis is an animal. Now, okay, relax. Everybody relax, okay? I heard the chuckles through the metaverse, okay? Derek Lewis is a savage, okay? He's putting people down. Derek Lewis versus Alexander Volkov is one of my favorite fights of all time, man. That fight was just absolutely peak. Derek hit Volkov so hard that Volkov's mouthpiece came out. Volkov picks up the mouthpiece and hands it to Derek Lewis. Says, here you go, bro. I was like, whoa, Volkov's brain is scrambled eggs right now. I do think Lewis does this to Waldo. Every time they give Derek Lewis a prospect, Taliesin Texera, the thumb, the small guy who Derek Lewis decided to flying knee in the opening seconds of the fight, and the guy lost all of his teeth. Derek Lewis puts prospects down, okay? I am locking in Derek Lewis, KO TKO, over Waldo all day. No disrespect to Waldo, it's just Derek Lewis is a different man. Now, this is my fight of the card. Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva. Now I was a little confused because Arnold Allen did say, hey, man, I'm going to go to 155. I'm going to be fighting at 155. So when I saw him versus Gene Silva, I'm like, wait a minute. This isn't at 155. You little sly dog. You're staying in your division. This is going to be fantastic. Arnold Allen is coming off of an injury, coming off of having to rebuild his shoulder. Gene Silva obviously is coming off of that beating that Diego Lopez gave him where he had welts all over his head. I am going to go Arnold Allen. I cannot bet against my boy. I cannot bet against the Milkmen. Look, I am an Arnold Allen podcast listener. I'm not really one for pro MMA fighters podcasts, but Arnold's pretty good. Arnold is pretty good. Gene Silva is aggressive. He's going to walk down. He's going to follow you out. Arnold Allen has some power. I think he's confident enough to take him down. Maybe throw a little. We saw what puts Gene down. Throw some fucking elbows at him. Put him down, brother. Gene gets a little too emotional in fights, and he gets a little too aggressive. So maybe Arnold Allen can figure that out. Work that into your game plan, all right? Let's get him a little aggravated. Make him walk forward. Boom, eats a big shot. Go to sleep. This is going to be good. Now, this is not the powerhouse card I was expecting. I'm going to be honest. This is more like a random card, like just like a whoop-de-doo, a big pay-per-view event. Cool thing about this is the main cards are now going to start at 9 p.m. instead of 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we get a little hour of our Saturday back. Instead of the main event being at like 1 a.m., it's going to be at like 12 o'clock. Not bad. Not bad. Hey, I get to stream a little. I get to make YouTube videos a little bit earlier than be half awake and drunk at late at night, so all right. I'm ready. UFC 324 is going to be an absolute banger. Okay, not $7 billion worth. And also, Dana announced the card after UFC 324. Now, I don't have the graphic up, even though I kind of should have. But it's going to be Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez 2? Main event? Is that really what we're doing? Is that really what we're doing? Really, guys? I don't think that is a very business-savvy idea. I understand you're trying to get the casuals in. That's why we have Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje as the main event. Big names. Why Diego? Like, I understand Diego went out there and put down Gene Silva, almost fight of the year. I dropped my list for fights of the year. 10 fights I'm thankful for in 2025. Go check that out. But why does Diego Lopez just get that instant rematch? It's not like that fight was even close. That fight wasn't even... I mean, I know that the UFC is seeing how big of a star Lopez is, and they're like, that's the money bag at 145. That's it. But he got walked. He got walked down by Volk. He did. I know Volk is on his way out. So you guys are just kind of trying to prop up a champion at 145, like somebody to come and take the reign from him. But why did you guys not give it to fucking Lerone Murphy? That knockout over Aaron Pico, I understand Aaron Pico was an unranked dude from another organization, so it really doesn't hold that much weight, but the UFC was selling Aaron Pico like nobody's business. Aaron Pico was on the front page of UFC.com for almost a month. They had panels with Aaron Pico in it. They had solo interviews where Aaron Pico went out on stage and the fans asked him questions. Lerone being able to put his lights out puts him in title contention. Now, we will talk about what Lerone Murphy did on Twitter in another video. Okay, we're going to talk about this in another video. This deserves its own video. But giving that title shot to Diego Lopez is... It's like, what the fuck? But, alright, we get another Volk win. I'm very happy with another Volk win. Listen, boys, UFC 324 on Paramount is going to be good. It's the new era of UFC. You know how many casuals are going to be in here? My view count is going to skyrocket. This is great. I'm out of here, boys. I hope you guys have a good one. Like, comment, and subscribe.